Good evening. Welcome to Down South Football Podcast, man. It's your boy Renard D. Williams in the building, and of course, we joined by Mr. Man himself, Mr. David Gardner, Mr. IMDL Gardner. How you doing, brother? What's going on, man?
All is well. All is well. All is well.
I don't know if we opening up the doors to the church or we starting a program for a little bit.
You might be right, but we might have to open up the doors to the church. Weekend, but we might have to.
Well, I don't know, David. I think you did go to church after this past weekend, right?
I didn't go. I got to go this Sunday though. You know the hardest part. I know this often.
Go ahead. You know
what's been hard, man, is getting my clothes prepared to go to church. Like I'm looking at two suits I got up here.
Okay.
But the shirt I want to wear, I probably need to go to the dry cleaners, and the day gonna be Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. So good luck getting your shirt by Saturday. It could happen, but hey.
I can tell you a couple places. I can tell you a couple places to go. You might not like the price, but I can tell you somewhere to go.
Yeah,
real. I mean, seriously.
I might well just buy a shirt. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm talking about for the $5.
$5 what?
$5.
They gonna be ready Saturday?
They can be ready the same day. If you get there early enough.
You get to see. There we go. There's another problem.
But if not, you can definitely have it by Saturday.
Okay. That's what I gotta do better. I gotta make sure I can have my clothes prepared because I can't go to church looking any kind of way. It ain't. I can't do that. I'm old school. I'm old school. I can't just go up in there how you roll out of bed. I have to have myself together. So that's that.
Okay. Well, we got the opening remarks from Brother Gardner.
Amen.
We got the anyway, man. Look, man. Hey, it's been a long week. Last weekend was great. You can sit down and ask me how many games I got to sit down and watch fully, and I can go on and tell you that number is 0. But I did get to catch as much as I could catch, and catching up with everything. And both of our wives had birthdays since we last talked to y'all, so it's been we've been a little bit busy with the holiday and everything that's been going on. But Dave, I just want to ask you first before we really get into it. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I made sure Boston College had left Tallahassee before I went outside. I ain't want nobody else to hit me at the top of the head. I ain't want nobody else to jump on me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
yeah.
That was different. Like I said, hopefully going forward now with everything, really didn't get to do the true recap and stuff like that. Y'all know stuff happens. Things happen as we go through this whole thing, but it's probably gonna come back up again. So And there's a new thing now. Dave is looking for an in-season transfer portal. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but he's looking for in-season transfer portal, something new.
Yeah, we need help immediately. Like if you're not happy on your roster, if you're not getting the playing time you want, come on down.
So you just gonna break the rules, huh?
Yeah, man, just come on, man. We'll handle everything else when you get here.
Just gonna break all the rules. Well,
don't worry about the class. Don't worry about class.
Don't worry about class. You got all the excuses. Everything is done, right?
Yeah, I got everything.
I got you. So before we go any further, man, I want to talk about Mr. Andrew Body down at Alabama State. Talking about another according to reports, and I'm going to stress the word according to reports. Okay, he's supposed to be out for the year, possibly. You hear interview I saw today what Coach Rob said week to week, like he didn't, So I'm just gonna say he's supposed to be out for the season. I think that's a humongous loss. They lost him and they lost they backup. So that's a huge story going into the game. But Dave, how you feel about it?
Man, I had high hopes for that team. I thought that they was definitely going to make an impact with Body being the quarterback. I mean, if anybody watched any of that game,
They would have favored.
I mean, he's a gamer. I thought it was I figured that they would win the conference, but I figured it was kind of a 2-team race. I'm seeing some other teams emerge, but I figured it would be them and of course Fam, who quarterback looks for the second week straight looks unstoppable. But yeah, man, I hate that. I hate he got that the injury, man, and it's gonna be tough on him this weekend. Miles is always coming. They're always coming to Montgomery looking to win. Sam Shea gonna have them boys ready to play, and then now you got to come out here. I'm not saying that your third string quarterback is not good. I'm just saying he probably is not Andrew Body, at least that we know of. So I look for them to struggle on offense a little bit this week, or at least till they get themselves up and going. But I'm disappointed. I hate it for him. And of course, as a football dad myself, I can only imagine, you transfer from your school into this school, brand new
after beginning. A medical red shirt.
Yes. So, you transfer and you got all these high hopes. And, bro, first game of the season, you get news you're going to have surgery. And even when I was reading the article, they was talking about how they're going to have to bridge a muscle or something. There's something crazy they're gonna have to do for it to heal properly. And now you gotta think, the hell is he gonna be able to throw again? I mean, throw to a to his standard. So I'm just hurt thinking about it because it could be any of our kids. So my prayers go out to him, his family, to the Alabama State family, and at the end of the day, go get him, Miles.
See, that was personal. See, that was personal right there.
He's always gonna come back. Get him out. Let's go Golden Bears.
I knew something personal was gonna come up with you and them Hornets from Montgomery. Anyway,
I can't stay in that lane too long. I mean, just something about it. Just go, just yank me out of there when I'm talking about them. But not honestly, man, I really feel bad for him. I really do.
I feel you, man. Like, hopefully the situation resolves itself in the best way possible, because he's a guy that we've interviewed at SWAC Media Day, and that's a confident guy, man. Like I said, all prayers to him, whatever the situation is going to be, and hope Alabama State can recover from it. I know you don't, but hey, we'll find out. We'll find out this weekend. But also in some other news, your coach just got to make some type of, he didn't make a huge news, but it's something that intrigued your eye. You might want to tell the people what intrigued your eye.
Yeah, I was on the SWAC media call, and we wanted to have a clip of it, but I don't know if it was a debacle with, I don't know what we didn't have the clip, but basically what Coach Maynard was saying is that it was one of the media personnel asked him a question, what did he talk to Hugh Freeze about, in pregame and stuff like that. And then Coach Maynard said that, I just congratulated him on his recruiting success he has and the recruiting success that he's having right now. Because if you don't know, Auburn got, like a top 5 class at the moment, right? Soon to be number 1. But
saying a word.
But Coach Maynard, after he answered the question, everything was solid because he was like that, everything was solid. We thought was going on to the next coach. But then he said, well, hold up, let me say one more thing. He said, I wish that, we could do that in our conference where the coaches come together and talk before the game. He was like, some coaches don't even want to shake hands. And I'm like, wow. I wondered, is that really what's going on in the conference? I mean, is it that much animosity? Now, I take that with a grain of salt because, like Renard and I were talking, I mean, we only got 4 or 5 returning SWAC coaches or something to that effect. So 4. So I mean, you're talking 5 new coaches? Yeah, something like that. So maybe he's setting the precedents going forward. That's something that they can come together on, and if you all have never seen, don't know what you're talking about, it's like, maybe 45 minutes to an hour before kickoff when they walk in the field. A lot of times you see the coaches out there chopping it up. So that's what he's talking about. But
because like you said, Saban and Dabo, they talk, or as most Power 5, Power 4 coaches talk. He's wondering why like SWAC coaches don't talk in his, you know, in what he has seen and what he has going on. You know, it's a question. I didn't know it was like that. Truth be told, because a lot of times, you know, if we there or if we're not there, it's like you try to figure out what's going on, and we really don't be. When I see, we be running around looking crazy, trying to get to our seat. So,
right.
I will say this day. I think it's I hate to use a cultural thing, but I just think, and maybe it's something against Maynard. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's very brash. And
you know, yes, you're right. I think you were right on both ends. I can see what you're saying from a cultural aspect, but also wouldn't that be like something in your more of a professionalism thing, right? Like
supposed to be,
you know,
but you know, we've seen coaches have issues with each other on a handshake before. I mean, whether it's before or after the game, but then you think you'll be more friendly before the game, but you just never know. So I mean, it's a good question. It's a good question that we put out there that we need to ask, and just trying to see where that goes. So
right, exactly. So, hey man, y'all go shake Maynard hand, man. Maynard needs some friends, bro, because he don't do no better this year. If he don't do no better, they be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Thank you, because I knew where you was gonna go. I ain't gonna project nobody's. Well, I ain't gonna say project nobody's future. I think we done got a couple coaches fired on this program. Not personally, but I think we have predicted it. So my bad.
You're okay.
I mean, you know,
we both had our moments, man. You know,
you know, sometimes the writing is on the wall. It's just what you're doing. You waiting on the booster to put that last signature on that paper.
Right.
On that paycheck.
And when you see them at the media conferences, boy, during the week, you can see it on their face. Boy, they had that look in their eye, like, boy, like I
got 2 more weeks.
I got like 2 more weeks.
Hey, we get the U-Haul bus out and get the U-Haul, grab it back out, because
they taking little by little out the office every week, boy. Every day, little by little coming.
I mean, that's just what it is. But I also want to give a big shout out to my brother Clark Atlanta over there. Got his first win. You know, hashtag for me is hashtag new era. They doing their thing, man. I'm really happy about that. And of course, Mr. David Wright is doing what he did at Allen. 7 touchdowns.
That's one of the guys from Allen.
Oh, that was the quarterback from Allen. Yeah, that's him. That's the
little Kyler Murray looking guy.
Yeah, he threw another 7. Yeah. He threw 7 this week.
He got a pair of wide receivers that are nice too. I watched Teddy. I found y'all, man. I found the SIAC channel. They got a YouTube channel, right? So you can go back and either watch. Sometimes they have whole games. Sometimes they have highlights. I like to watch the condensed stuff.
Right.
Well, why are we talking about that? Whoever run that SIAC channel, please stop giving me 4 replays of the same play from different angles. I don't need that many. Replay it like 2 times. That's it.
There you go.
They replay the same doggone thing like 4 times in a row. I mean, who needs all of your camera? What are we doing?
Here we go. Get off our yard. Get off my yard.
But Teddy, good game, boy. You got you some wide receivers too, bro. And you got your quarterback that's a gamer. That's always important. Yeah. I got to come see that red turf though.
We got to go see the red turf before it gets later too much later in the season. But outside on that side, you can give it from the HBCU side with the SWAC, and you can give it from Power 5 way up. Since we didn't get to do a review show, what team was your biggest surprise team in week 1?
Honestly, my biggest surprise team in week 1, I'm gonna say Miami, bro. I'm gonna say Miami on the Power 4 side. I'm gonna say Miami. Yeah, I knew what Cam Ward is and who he is and what he can do, but he looked real comfortable. That was something different there.
That wasn't the Cam Ward that we've seen.
Because that's more of a pro style. What he did, he proved to every scout out there that, hey, I can play on Sundays. Matter of fact, I can play on Sundays this year, but you won't see me next year. That was my shocker there. My other shocker, if we're on the HBCU side, I'm probably going to peep in at. I think Alcorn State is a little better than what I anticipated them being, and I'm gonna peep in at Tennessee State too. I know, they should beat Valley, but Valley, I've seen them over the last couple of years. They've kind of improved, right? But they got handled, and Tennessee State really hadn't handled nobody for real over the last couple of years. So I'm gonna keep my eye on them because it's about time. Because it was year 3 for Eddie, year 3 or 4. So it's about time for him to start turning the corner.
I mean,
well, he ended up turning the corner.
I mean, but I think surprise wise, I mean, it wasn't that we didn't expect Miami to win, and some other teams that were out there. I think it was the way that it was done. Like a lot of people were saying, like, "Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be, a lot of people picking Florida, like it was going to be close, and it didn't turn out to be any of that. And it looks like they already starting DJ Lagway this week, so down there in Gainesville, so it's kind of like they needed to do it anyway. So that's what I see. That's just me personally, but hey, we can go on. But it's Thursday / day before, so we talked a little bit. Like I said, we'll be back more, hopefully with a better review session about what happens in week 2 or whatever. You don't never know if it's going to be an after dark or whatever it's going to be. So with that being said, drum roll, please, as they say. Now, I understand these games are in order. We ain't got but a couple of them that we're going to really just predict, and then we got some other games we can really just talk about. The games are in order now. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to start with the main feast because it's early in the morning. We got number 3 Texas versus number 10 Michigan. Texas is a 7.5 point favorite. And the over-under is 42.5, 11 a.m. on Fox. It's on you.
I think Texas controls this game. And here's why. I watched Michigan last week. Michigan has some offensive issues that they're going to need to work out quick.
Quarterback room.
Yeah, they got to work out quickly. Texas don't have any problem in their quarterback room. Matter of fact, you tell me.
I'm talking about zero.
I mean, matter of fact, you tell me who you want me to start. It don't really matter. Either one of them. It don't matter. I mean, who you want me to start?
I mean either
clearly
one.
The loss of their 2 talented running backs. Clearly, they were really deep in that room as well.
Their wide receiver recruiting.
Their wide receiver core. Oh my God, these guys here, man. They
talking about the fast and the furious over there.
And that's why I call them. They yak type guys. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna get it, and they gonna probably break a tackle and get the house. So man, honestly, I expect Texas to dominate because to beat Texas, you're gonna need points, and I just don't see. I don't see it. I mean, Donovan. I thought of course, he's an elite back. He couldn't really get going. Matter of fact, his backup, the guy, the running back too, he actually got going a little bit more than Donovan last week. So, nah, bro, you're gonna need you some points come Saturday. So, I'm gonna take them Longhorns and they cover.
I mean, Michigan does have a little bit of a pass rush. That doesn't mean I'm picking an upset or anything or at all. I think it's one of the things. Like you said, can they keep up with Michigan? I mean, with Texas, can they really keep up? That's what I'm looking at. I just don't know. Also, before we started, before I go into that, I want to make sure that everybody that's in the chat, we just need all your interactive to be interactive today. So anything y'all want to say, anything y'all want to hear us just talk about even more or whatever, some of us will make bold predictions, David, more than anybody else. But anything y'all want to say, man, y'all just say it, and then we'll just take it from there. But like I said, I'm rolling with Texas, and I'm rolling with Texas to cover. I think they can. I think they can take I think they can take the crowd out the big house. I really, really do. I mean, they really look good in week 1, and I know the biggest improvements from week 1 to week 2, and I know they're gonna have Michigan ready, but Michigan didn't look like they had enough to slow down Texas. But you still going to the big house. You know what I'm saying? Like you still going to the big house, and you still got the actual factor of some things. Texas defense really didn't get tested. We saw some things, so. If it gets a little close, I understand, but I do got Texas right now. I got Texas covering the spread of 7.5 at home, and it's not. And truth be told, it's not just based off of last week. Even if they both look good last week, I think I would have took Texas this week.
And just a little update on last week, Damian. If and when you do tune in, you went 3-3 last week. You got Colorado and Georgia, and you did get USC. This is LSU. I think he got LSU. I think he chose LSU. He 2-4. He didn't give a 2 game last week.
Well, he'll be back on the clear it up. Once we get back into the real rhythm of everything, he'll be back on the clear what he got or where he is. So
you were 500 last week. You went 3-3. And I almost was perfect. I almost was perfect last week. I was 5-1.
What did you get that I didn't get?
You chose Texas A&M.
Okay, why we there? Connor Wigman.
No, you was 4-2, Renaud. My bad. You went 4-2. You weren't that
bad. But still, Connor Wigman. I get it, bro. I will say this: it's not totally your fault. Your wide receivers cannot separate. Your wide receivers can't separate. If your wide receivers can't separate, then you're messed up. But you don't have any. You don't have any right now. And there's no disrespect to nobody. I don't see any game breakers on the outside. I didn't see a lot of separation. I didn't see any of that. And everything was struggling. They didn't get a push in the running game. I'm like, y'all had opportunity.
My struggle is though. Is the defense good?
Who?
Texas A&M. Is the defense good?
It was the defense played good.
Or it wasn't Notre Dame offense just wasn't that
fair to admit. They fair to admit.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying.
I will say this. I mean, I think Notre Dame has you'll see them in the Notre Dame Invitational in December.
Yeah, I've seen but I tell you, but they wait. Okay, I ain't gonna go that, but concentrate on that particular game. I won't go there, but I mean, they was
so you got Texas
on both. Yeah, I do got Texas. Yeah, give me Texas big. Sorry if I thought I made that known. My bad. But definitely got Texas big when it comes to that one. I will say this going back to the Texas A&M Notre Dame game, like the game was kind of frustrating to watch because Texas A&M had all the chances in the world. Yeah, it was really frustrating to watch. Like I said, Notre Dame didn't do anything but just stick with it. But Texas A&M really just couldn't move the ball. They couldn't do anything. It was a sad sight to see. I was not impressed on the offensive side of the ball with Texas A&M at all. I was more impressed with them on the defensive side of the ball than I was on the offensive side of the ball. But Connor Wigman got to get it together. He got to get it together. But anyway, moving on to the next game. That's your boy right there, ain't it? Arkansas versus number 16, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is a 7.5 point favorite. 62.5 is the over under 11 a.m. ABC.
They're in Stillwater.
Yes.
AEA. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bo. Shout out to Bo.
I'm sure he can hear you somewhere.
Somewhere. I mean, do we really have a choice who to pick? I mean,
I do, but go ahead.
I mean, that shirt in your closet says it's otherwise. But anyway,
the two things have nothing to do with each other. Need a new shirt.
Arkansas looked real dangerous, didn't it?
What was his name? Taylor Green. He looked something else, but
dangerous.
I always gotta consider the opponent.
You gotta consider the opponent. Man, give me Oklahoma State. I think Derrick Henry / Eric Dickerson /
Hold on. Don't you put Ollie Gordon in a Derrick Henry and Eric Dickerson conversation.
Every big running back. Every big running back has ever played this game. Boy, he got all that in him.
But how big is Ollie?
He got better. Let's see. Let's Google. That joke was huge.
But hold on. You gonna put Ollie in the same class with Eric Dickerson and Derrick Henry?
I would say Derrick Henry in college. Yeah, I say it. He got better feet than Derrick too. He got better feet than Derrick.
Derrick is Godzilla reinvented.
How tall is Derrick Henry? How tall is Derrick Henry?
6'2", 6'3".
Okay, Ollie Gordon is 6'2".
What's the weight?
Yeah.
What's the weight?
They have it at 225. They got it over there on what I looked at said 225.
See, Henry was listed about 240, 245.
Now, of course, that could have been his weight his freshman year. I don't know what weight that is. Yeah, Ollie Gordon probably about 230 somewhere in there. Each leg like 75 pounds. I mean,
so who you going with? So who you going with? No for real deep analysis. Who you going with?
Oklahoma State. I can see why you go with Arkansas. Arkansas looks very, very dangerous, but
I haven't seen it proven.
I know what Ollie Gordon brings to the table. I know what he can
give me.
You gotta consider competition, right? Ollie Gordon fresh off with a Doak Walker. Here we go. This is where the spread happens.
Me. Them Razorbacks plus the points.
See, there you go with this BS. So there you go. There you go.
How's that BS?
So you want the Razorbacks. You ain't saying they're gonna win. You just saying that Oklahoma State not gonna cover.
I'm taking Arkansas plus the points. What's so complicated?
Okay, I'm gonna say Arkansas. Okay. Arkansas plus points. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, but you sure you didn't go into politics in your former life?
Just because I understand how the betting game works, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me for what's going on.
I thought we were picking winners.
If you, I mean, do you want me to pick winners? Just straight winners?
I mean, that's what I thought we were doing.
Oh, I mean,
you go for this 2 times on me. You know,
no, no. All I'm saying is that's what we had always kind of done, but we can go back to just
we have always done that. But my question is, who do you feel gonna? Well, you've already told me who you think gonna win the game.
I think Oklahoma State gonna win the game because it's at home.
We'll go there with that. Arkansas plus the points.
Yeah, Arkansas is young, and I don't know how good their defense is yet with everything. Shout out to my boy T. Will, defensive coordinator. Shout out T. Will. But I'm just saying, like, if I have to take it, I'm going to take Oklahoma State at home. If I got to pick it straight up. That's just me. I mean, you might feel a little bit different.
I mean, if you're going to bring the points into it, that changes the game, right?
But we've always brought the points into it.
We have, but we've always gave pluses for that.
So I ain't want no pluses. I was just saying that Arkansas plus the points.
That's kind of that's a sauce type pick now. I mean, you finagling.
No, I'm gonna leave Oklahoma State because they probably gonna lose by 20.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm just gonna leave it with them. We got number 23 Georgia Tech versus Syracuse. +3. Syracuse +3. Georgia Tech is favored by 3. 11 a.m. on the ACC network.
They got to go to the Dome too, huh?
I think so. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Early kick.
Bro, do I really have a choice? I got to go Georgia Tech. I mean, the way they on, I got to go Georgia Tech. The way they slapped me around 2 weekends ago.
Just because one person beat you don't mean they the favorite.
True, but I think Georgia Tech might be pretty good. And that's
I do like Georgia Tech team.
Yeah. I'm going G Tech.
Syracuse got a new defensive coordinator too. And they breaking in a new scheme. Yeah.
Hopefully got something to do with stopping the run because they're gonna have to.
Now see, Omar taking Syracuse. He taking Syracuse. I'm gonna ride the momentum of Georgia Tech. I believe in Brent Key. I like Brent Key, Birmingham native. I like Brent Key as a coach. I'm rolling with Brent Key and them Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Not because they beat y'all. I just really think he got them going in the right direction and believing. And Syracuse, like I said, new defense and the way that he can manipulate their run game, he has almost like a Chip Kelly-like run game. With the way that he architects it and put it together. So I kind of lean toward that a little bit. Can Syracuse stop that run game from Georgia Tech?
I don't know what my granddaughter doing upstairs, but she is having herself a ball.
As long as she having a great time, doesn't matter.
Man, she is all over the place up there. Yeah.
So that's my feeling. That's my feelings on Georgia Tech. So I'm rolling with the Tech.
We're gonna see what your feeling is. We're gonna see what your feeling is when you click this button.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. We're gonna see what you're
gonna do. We got number 14 Tennessee versus number 24 North Carolina State. Tennessee is a 10-point favorite. The over-under is 60.5, 6:30 p.m. ABC.
Give me them Volunteers of Tennessee.
But why though?
Offensively, I think you have a passing game. You got a run game too. I mean, offensively, I think that they can play anybody.
Nico,
you know, okay. I mean, they can big play anybody in America. It don't really matter who you line up out there, right? So, with that being said, and honestly, now I'll be honest, I don't really know. I know North Carolina State is improved. Of course, they're always tough, but I don't know a whole lot about this crew this year. But I did watch Tennessee, and they are explosive. So that's why I'm going with Tennessee. And I also think that Tennessee could be a college football playoff team. So that's another reason. Because if I feel that way, then I kind of almost ain't gonna say need this game, but I'm looking for them to get this. This will be a big win for them, a top 25 win. So that'd be a big win for them.
It would. It would. Tennessee. Nico, the quarterback, he can be special. I see why Tennessee paid him all that money. Did I say that out loud? Well, it's no, it ain't nothing. But I'm just saying I see why I see why Tennessee, want him. I mean, he got all the tools, and I really think that he's able to go on the road and pull it out against NC State, a talented NC State team, but a team that's still adjusting with Grayson McCall, the quarterback from Coastal Carolina, the quarterback of the Wolfpack. Now it's like I still think they're adjusting, and I think Tennessee is better up front on defense this year. Prayerfully, they act right.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying, I'm gonna go with Tennessee. They probably won't cover. I ain't picking them to cover, but I am gonna pick just Tennessee straight up.
Okay. Yeah, I think, man, Tennessee's big playability, they can score anybody, man. They can score anybody, and they can score fast. So yeah.
Look who's disagreeing as usual.
Oh, Sean.
Sean says NC State. Omar says the Vols. Wait a minute. Hold on, Sean. Hold on. You said Tennessee big, and then you said NC State. So
no, he's correct. He's corrected his previous statement. He said BC State struggle. He tried to say NC State struggle.
Oh, okay. I got you. My bad.
Now, if you scroll up and look at, he said he had 2 questions too.
Okay, he did.
You see that?
He did. And any other game, because we got some other games we want to talk about too, but okay. Few questions for y'all tonight. All right. Who gets fired first? Beamer, or Napier? What team is your overreaction team to after week 1? Okay, we'll take the first one first. Who gets fired first? Beamer or Napier? I really think expectation-wise, as they calling this man, Sunbelt Billy. Dave, that's what they call the man, Sunbelt Billy. I'm just telling you what they say. I ain't saying it right. I just think I think it's just too big. You know what I'm saying? I think it's too big of a gap in what Florida is expecting and what they want to have. And I don't think they're gonna give him the time to fix the mess that's there. I mean, like I said, they're starting a true freshman this week. You said what now?
How long has he been there? 2 years?
I think Billy been there 2 years. I think it's the second or third year. I can't remember right now. But whatever it is, the product on the field hasn't been good, and they're not seeing the progress for them. I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about that everything that has been going on, and then the whole Miami thing. I mean, it wasn't a great start for them, and considering that their schedule is crazy. Sean said this is his 3rd year. I knew it was the second or 3rd year. 3rd year, and that schedule is unforgiving. I mean, just you know what I'm saying.
It don't help him at all.
I mean,
the schedule don't help at all.
I think South Carolina's a little bit more patient.
South Carolina look bad. Jesus, they look bad.
I'm not allowed to say negative things. Okay, I will say this. The bright spot was Dylan Stewart. The bright spot was Dylan Stewart on the defensive side. Oh, mini Jadeveon Clowney over there.
That's the freshman, right?
Yeah, that's the freshman. And he was pushing the offensive lineman around like he was.
Yeah, he'll be at Ohio State.
Gamma or something. See, you said the same thing somebody else said. Somebody said he'd be at Ohio State next year.
Yeah, we can buy that contract out. We're going to buy that out.
These 1-year contract, right, coaches?
Yeah, 1-year contract. We ain't worry about that. They gonna buy that out.
yeah. We're gonna take care of all that. We're gonna take care of all that.
This is the new era of college football. This is the new era of college football. Okay, you gonna sit here and do that when you can come up here with us and wear all this Nike stuff, all this pretty Nike stuff we got. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, that's just what it is. It's the truth, though.
Yeah.
I am gonna roll with Napier, and it's the things that I've heard. It's just like. They just didn't like the expectations of the program because South Carolina, who are their expectations? Former coach, who they living up to? Besides, they still talking about what Spurrier did. That's what I'm saying. They still talking about what Spurrier did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and Shane Beamer has always got hot and got better off at the end of the year. But I just think expectation wise, it's Florida, and the schedule's not going to make it look any better for Florida.
No, it's not.
But it's not. I mean, and you start a true freshman this week. Now he's an athletic, super freak, but that's who you starting this week.
Yeah, he gonna go through some growing pains real quick.
I mean, I'm just saying, like you got to have that, and and talking to other people, I would just say, I'll put it like this: Florida got the checkbook out. They ain't opened it, but they got it out. But that's a lot. He's owed a lot of money too. So, I mean, it's a lot of things because if you fire him, then you got to think about your NIL. You got to think about, you bring in a new staff. So you're talking about 60, 65 million that you're going to need to continue to move forward. That's a lot of money.
I mean, I might add Dabo to that list.
He ain't going nowhere.
That's another. But who was your overreaction team this week? Yeah, Dabo terrible.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call that man terrible. Say what now?
Did you see Coach 30? Did you see the Coach 30? What he did?
I saw part of it. I need to go back and watch Coach 30 and see what he got to say. I really do need to go back and watch and see what he got to say, though. Seriously, I need to go back and see what he got to say. God. Okay, my overreaction, good or bad? Which one you want? Let me think about it.
I said, what team is your overreaction team after week 1? So who maybe I'm thinking he's saying like who did they they kind of blow up, or did they blow up in a good way or blow up in a bad way? Well,
Oregon.
Who you think? Yeah,
Oregon.
That's gonna be mine. That'll be mine.
Oregon, because I don't think they're as bad as they try to make themselves out to be. And Dylan Gabriel in a new system and doing the thing. I mean, it's and people want to say, "Oh, it was Idaho, bro." Sometimes it don't matter. And where they are with everything, Oregon was 1-1s. Now I think Clemson is a solid team, excluding, the one they got under center. However, but the quarterback's the nerve of the team, so that's just kind of how it goes, and that's just kind of how it moves. So I'm gonna let other people in the industry say some stuff about that. I know who I can get on and let him say something about that person a little bit more.
I mean, I agree with you on Oregon, and also, and like you said, Clemson, they lost big, but if you really watch that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Clemson was right there, right? They were right there banging until some things kind of shook loose for them, So if Dabo, which he ain't, if he can hold that team together, we'll be okay. What you must be reading? You must be on Facebook.
No, I'm laughing at what you said. I'm laughing at what you said. You said he ain't. He ain't gonna do it.
He ain't gonna be able to hold that team together. But that team ain't gonna hold that team together.
What is your? Okay, we talked about overreaction before we move on, right? Before we move on to the next question. Mm-hmm. What other team? Is there anybody else you overreact after week 1?
I mean,
in a good or a bad way.
I've heard it both sides of the fence when it comes to Bama. I've actually had Bama fans call me that went to the game and left the game and said, "Dave, I'm concerned." I've heard that.
I will, and I'm not saying I feel like that. I'm just saying that I have heard these same things, and it's not about the big plays. It's about the consistency of being able to drive and being able to do things. It all depends on how you look at games like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're looking at it from a coaching standpoint, you're looking at it from a fan standpoint. Like they had some impressive, offensive plays, but sometimes even with a game like that, you want to see that consistency to get the ball down the field, to move everything you got going on. I'll tell you this: the person in my house, she Bama to the core. She was concerned,
right?
And I was like, "What you mean you got concerned?" But
really,
hey, we dealing with yeah. She did not
really.
It's my fault. It's really my fault. She did not like how everything looked on offense. She loved the big plays, but she didn't like how everything was on offense. Oh, you done froze over there.
Now I got to go back. Now I got to rewatch the game tonight.
But see,
I got to rewatch the game because I saw that.
You said
the snap issue, and I saw the snap issue. I saw a sack fumble. So I got to go back and watch the game.
But that's also first game things. I can say that about a lot of teams because there was not like, oh, they did this because they were so outmatched talent wise that you're gonna hit those big plays. And with Hollywood being so special, that's Ryan Williams. I mean, with Hollywood being special, he's just you got athletes on the Bama. That Bama ain't gonna have nothing else. They're gonna have those athletes. And so it's like it was just a mismatch. And that might have had something to do with it too. Like, okay, this play didn't work and we didn't play 100%, but we were just overly better than they was in general.
Right. I mean,
and plus that's the that's the Alabama way too.
Yeah, and I will say this: I think Ryan Williams is gonna be a dog. I think he is a dog right now. And if for y'all that don't know, the kid really supposed to be playing senior.
I told you when the kid was 16.
Yeah, he's a dog. Hell, he's just 17 now.
Yes, he is 17. He will not be 18 right next year. Yeah, he's playing down in Saraland right now with KJ Lacey, the Texas commit. Yes, that's who he's supposed to be with right now. But he's special, man. That's why it was such a hard recruiting battle for him because he's special. I said, give him all the money he wants.
You better give it to him, or he'll end up there in that red and gray. It's a pipeline. It's a pipeline. Boy, leave from Tuscaloosa to Ohio. So you better get it to him.
But I don't think he's going nowhere. I think he just, But I'm just saying.
You know what? That's the thing about. That's the unknown right now. I about this new college football. Like, when are we going to see that one player that's the face of a team transfer out to another team? Like that. Like say for instance,
give an example.
Miro just say, okay, well, just say a Miro next year. Say, you know what? I'm gonna transfer to USC. That would be big. That would be different. That would be crazy.
I think something like that. I think what you're saying for players like that, though, I think it would have to be someone that's like that you look at as the man, but they not as invested.
Right. But what about that guy that's invested though? That can maybe take the better deal. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Like that's the point. Like someone who is invested, because it's we at this age now. If you semi-invested, they're gonna take care of you. And you get someone like Quinshon Judkins transferring is not a big shock to me. Okay, it wasn't a big shock to me.
It was, but it wouldn't have been a big shock like because Quinshon Judkins was the man, of course, but he wasn't a superstar to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, is it going to come a time where the superstar jump ship?
But see, he was considered. He might not, but he was considered an actual superstar on that because of the fact of where they was and who and what he, and especially the year he was coming off of. Maybe not as much last year, but that freshman year, oh God, he was missing everything for them. And considering what could have been with them this year, Ole Miss already predicted to go to the playoffs, and you talking about like, hey, you add a Quinshon Judkins to that mix.
Now, what about, like, let's just say your boy at Florida, the starting quarterback, the freshman.
Let's DJ Lagway?
Yeah, DJ. See, like somebody like DJ next year, that'll be different.
Well, y'all already done told the boy from South Carolina he going to Ohio State. You already dirty from that.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have DJ Lagway next year. They're gonna have the boy from South Carolina.
I don't know if Lagway gonna leave or not. And I ain't see. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got me. The boy ain't never threw a pass. Y'all always try to predict the dude leave.
Man. I mean, but that's the kind of conversation in college football. That's the way you have to look at it now. You have to
look at it that way in 2024. Like, you a lot of times it's hard to get attached to certain players. But I will say this: there's just certain players that I know not gonna leave. I'll just leave it like that. But Omar said that his overreaction is Arkansas.
I can see that.
I will say Taylor Green is special. When I say special, I mean he's a different type of quarterback for them. Yeah. Van is your overreaction. Now, is that a good overreaction, Sean? Because that was a great way to start out that Saturday with Vandy pulling that out against Vatech. So is that like a good overreaction or a bad overreaction? I think it's a good thing that Vandy did what they did. Consider that they got the quarterback that beat Auburn last year from New Mexico State.
Hey, I won't even call it an overreaction. I mean, it's a solid win. I mean, but you know what? Throughout Vandy's history, they'll do stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? They'll have a bowl eligible type year, right? Like they'll win some games that, they're probably not supposed to win. So I don't want to say overreaction, but I get what he's saying though.
Yeah, he said good though. He said that it's a good overreaction. Yeah, a lot of people I was shocked by just watching them. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Who was your biggest disappointment?
You making me go back to week 1. I done rolled to week 2. Who was yours? Oh, you start with yours then. Who, A&M?
See, let me explain something real quick. See, it's a money game. We're gonna get blew out. You know we're gonna get blew out, right?
No, I'm asking. Like, you? So are you saying Florida State?
No. They flag not even flying right now. It's down. It's over here. I'm talking about right here. Yeah.
Why is A&M your biggest disappointment?
Because, man, you know how you play an FCS team, and it be tough a little bit, maybe first quarter, right? Mm-hmm. Like it'd be a little struggle, mistake here, mistake there, but you're still about 0-0 or something like that, or 7-0. Second quarter, a little bit of the same. By third time after halftime, it kind of started breaking away, right? That's kind of how I judge what my team's going to look like, is how can they at least stand up against a big-time school. I mean, but, bro, Auburn had 21 points, and it still was like 11 minutes left in the first quarter.
Well, I will say this, and there's been a lot of people making this point, and I actually agree with them. We have diluted the overall talent pool and look like of anything lower than a Power 4, because it doesn't. The teams just don't look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like now you have your powerhouses in it, but it's almost like it's not even across the board. Like it used to be like you just said, like certain teams will come in and they would be like, all right, we really got a battle. It just wouldn't be as easy. And unfortunately, the business of college football has changed a lot of things.
Well,
a lot.
I think that is partially, I agree with that partially, but I also have to look at the mindset of it when you come into this game. Because it's been so much made of, this is a money game. We're not going to win. We're just coming to get the check. So much so to where the coaches are approaching it that way with their attitude. Bro, they didn't even come. Man, look, it used to be a time where these schools play these big time schools and they would lose. Southern would lose bad to LSU. When they played them that time, they'll lose, but it was a competitiveness in it. It's somebody on that team that has hopes of playing at the next level. And guess what game film this could be a good one for? This one.
Yeah.
Or that one.
I agree with that part of it.
I think mentally we don't come in it prepared to compete. I think we're prepared to not get hurt and survive. I think it's more so let's survive and move on versus we'll compete. That's where I'm at.
I'm with you on that, but I just think that the overall business of college football has affected it, where it's like someone that could be a first team all FCS. They looking at the bag and they'd rather be second string on a G5 team, because they've actually had it. Like you had coaches talking about, they've had players that had left that was like going to be starting. They going up to D1 just to get a little bit money and to be second string.
Yeah, but you also have an influx of former Power 4 for Power 5 players at these FCS schools too, due to the transfer portal. So if you look at a lot of these rosters, they're at Alabama A&M or Alabama State by way of, right?
Yeah.
I just think we just approach it. I think we approach it differently, man. I think we approach it to survive and move on. We got to play this game, bro. We know we ain't finna win. Let's just go out here and just get this shit over with. Versus, I just don't see no fight in it. I don't see no fight at all.
I just listening to the coaches and looking at what we've seen. It's just it seems to me like where it's just like maybe not the whole fight is there, but it's also where we're just not they are not where they need to be depth wise, quality depth wise, because even like I know it's football, but I know even in like basketball, like you can look at certain squads right now. It's like, oh, he led the whatever, there's more basketball D1 conferences in scoring. And the first thing he do after he scored 19, 20 points a game, he hit the portal. He gone. And then he's on a Power 5 team because that's where he come from. I mean, you got right here in the state. You got Mark Sears, you got Johnny Broome. Like both of them could have stayed and been great players, but they went to what they considered greener pastures.
Well, I'm gonna approach it from your depth. When you mentioned, I'm gonna address that for. So you mentioned depth.
Mm-hmm.
Depth ain't got nothing to do with me being down 21 points and able 11. You ain't had but 3 minutes come off the clock.
But if your first stringers are gone, then what? If you ain't getting that quality depth, then what?
That's the same team.
What you mean it's the same team?
I ain't getting into my quality of depth until I have to start substituting, right? I'm down. It's 11 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first quarter, and I've already given up 21 points, and I have not turned the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. I just when I looked at it, I feel like, and that'll be more. And I know exactly who we get on here for that conversation. We get old boy from Blue Bloods because I mean he is Mr. FCS. It just seems as if on certain levels right now where you used to have great quality depth and great, and really good players, it's almost like they're just not as existent as it was because some of these kids would rather go just somewhere else and be a depth piece somewhere else instead of leading the team or where they at. Or mentality. You talk about mentality, you talk about that too. Look at old boy. Look at old boy from Alabama State last year. The wide receiver.
Keyshawn? Okay.
Yeah. Saw him this weekend. He ain't, I mean, he's like what, second, he's like the third receiver for Western Kentucky.
Oh, that's where he went, Western Kentucky?
Yeah, he was at Western Kentucky. So it's like, bro, you could have stayed and showed out. But God forbid you got TJ Finley as your quarterback. He ain't getting you the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I guess I'm trying to figure out from the player's perspective, like what do you see that you have to leave?
Well, I can speak to that. A lot of the players, number one, want to play on it. See, like a Keyshawn, with the year he had coming out of Rams and the years he had there, he probably, and I don't know him personally, I just remember him from Little League. I would assume, like all kids, has a dream of playing at a bigger school, right? And so a lot of times you go to, the biggest school you possibly can get taped and maybe probably bump up to, I mean, if I go in the combine, now to me it doesn't mean this, but I go in the combine or whatever, and I'm coming out of Western Kentucky versus coming out of Alabama State. Whether it be right or wrong, I ain't really got that stigma. I got a stigma with Western Kentucky behind me of playing better competition than, let's just say, an Alabama State do. Whether that's right, wrong, indifferent, So I can see why he did that. But to your point, he could have stayed where he was and put up some numbers. But it might have worked out because now you ain't got Andrew Body. So it might have worked out for him, but
it could have.
But yeah, I mean that's we won't stay all day on this, but yeah, that's just kind of a conversation that
because we're in the era of
something we need to look at.
We're in the era of, and this is where a lot of people are not aware, and we'll move on from this. The era of personalization, and the era of not that everyone's being selfish, but you have to look out for yourself more. It's just like I could give my best friends. I got $1,000. I can give my best friends I can give all of them like $200 a piece, but I still got bills I got to pay. I still got things I got to do. So it's like if I give them all that money, that looks great to them, but I ain't taking care of home. And it's right now we are a take care of home. We are in a 100% business. Now the first year transfer portal, people don't understand that, but we are 100% in the business, and that's just where it is. A lot of these kids, man, they just have to do what they have to do for themselves.
I guess my final take on that topic that we was having before we kind of start talking about the portal, but my final take is are we showing up to play these games to compete, or are we showing up to survive? And I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess depends on how you really look at it. But I know I'm with you on that. I just hear these coaches talk about what they're dealing with, and I'm just like, need money games. But anyway, I mean, in any other games y'all got, go ahead.
No, we'll hit this on again. We'll I'm sure we'll double check. I won't dwell on it. I just think it's a cop out for the coaches because once upon a time you weren't recruiting them by high school kids. But anyway,
no, I mean I'm that part of I'm with you. I'm just saying that like where we at depth wise and what they're losing and what they're doing, it just don't seem to be. Because even to have analysts talk about these teams just don't seem to be the same as they were, like you said, like a couple 3 years ago. The ones that's getting beat on.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm about to look, but I don't look because I don't know. We'll do. I'm gonna do some research on it and we'll come back and discuss it because I don't agree with them and what they're saying on that.
What other games y'all got? What other games y'all got? Y'all want to hear something on right quick before we get up and really start enjoying the weekend? I know a lot of y'all are sitting here watching the NFL too. It's on my TV over here somewhere, right over here doing something. So, is there any other games y'all got that y'all want us to hit on before we get up out of here, or something else y'all want to see tonight? Who you got in BYU versus? I really want to take SMU, Sean. Let me see if I can find it. I really want to take SMU. I did not like how they look in their game. Dave, who you got? BYU versus SMU.
Man, I really want to take SMU because my homegirl's son played there. That's one reason. And I think SMU is improved. Where is this game played at, Stu?
I think it's at SMU.
Because if okay, so it's in Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll SMU, bro. I think SMU could get this. I think BYU should get it, but I'm rolling with SMU. Now if they were playing in BYU, of course, you know how they're gonna go. I want to roll SMU.
I don't know why they didn't put it here. Why they texted me, but they want to know: do you think that USF or California has a chance this weekend, or does the state of Alabama stay undefeated? Basically,
y'all gotta go. No, Cal come to Auburn, right?
No, we went to Cal last year. They come to us.
Okay. They come to y'all, right?
They come to us with a new starting quarterback. Their starting quarterback is actually in the receiver rotation.
Yeah, I think the state of Alabama will remain undefeated.
What about UAB?
So. I think that who UAB
got? Louisiana Monroe. You can keep talking about that, but you can think about UAB too.
Louisiana Monroe. That's who Jackson State just played, right? Jackson State just played Louisiana Monroe.
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
But yeah, I think State Alabama stays undefeated. The USF game can get tricky because if some of those old habits kind of start back creeping up, we could be interested. But I think Bama got enough to get out of that game, though. But as far as the ULM game and UAB at home.
Not that I'm not. No, I think it's at ULM. I think
UAB get out of there. UAB got some weapons on offense, man. They got some weapons on offense.
They do, and they got their senior quarterback Zeno. I feel like he's been up since the early 2000s.
Man. First of all, shout out to University of Baylor because y'all have provided pretty much everybody in the league in college football with a quarterback. Y'all former quarterbacks are all over the place, bro. I mean, who Troy got? What Troy talking about? Troy said something about Troy. Who Troy got? Let me see.
Yeah, you look that up while I'm looking at this. I'm looking at something else over here. Yeah, it's at Louisiana Monroe.
Yeah, hopefully Amari have a good game, big game. Amari Thomas,
Possibly.
High School to Pinson High School, by way of Birmingham, Alabama. Troy got Memphis. You would ask about that game, will you, Sean?
I thought y'all okay. Y'all got an off week.
Yeah. Then we come back and play Memphis. Sean, I'm putting this game on my. I'm putting this game on my radar, Sean. I gotta watch this game because
you better watch Memphis.
Yeah, I gotta watch Memphis, bro. And Memphis is an 18.5 point favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So and they're in Memphis. Mm-hmm. They still got the Bengal helmets. They still got the Bengal stripe helmet. Oh Jesus!
I don't think so.
We're gonna watch that game Saturday. Little Dave play at 11, but I have it on another TV. So yeah, we're gonna watch that.
I will try my best to be in the command center.
Yeah,
that's what I've called this new thing I got with all these screens.
Sean, I see what you're doing. Sean, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Hey, he tried to trigger me.
I know what he tried to do. I know exactly what he's trying to do.
I know what he's trying to do.
Sean,
it's not gonna work.
Sean, approach with caution. Dave still has PTSD from last week. Okay, you got to give him another week for him to recover.
Bro, should Norvell be on the hot seat?
No.
Why not?
Why should he be on a hot seat? Okay, he brought in a quarterback, thought he could make it work. It didn't work out. What did Nick Saban say? What did Nick Saban say about bringing in these folks and paying these folks money?
You gotta make sure you gotta pay the white folks, or you're gonna be assed out. You're up shit creek is what Nick Saban said. So many words.
Basically, yeah, that was his words. You up to
Yeah, go Lindsey Wilson, man. Shout out to Lindsey Wilson, Blue Raiders, man. Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. On YouTube, but the link will be on the Down South Football Facebook page. Check out 33, man. And he got some good team. He got some damn good teammates too. He's got a pretty good team.
Hold up, Dave. This for you.
Ooh, Sean, come on, bro.
$10 on $10 on what? $10.
You already know the Florida State and Memphis.
It's on Florida State and Memphis.
I know
that's on y'all. I ain't in that. My cash app is on strike.
Sean, let me get a bye week. Can I enjoy my bye week, please? Can I enjoy the bye week, bro?
No, Sean, get him. Oh
my God!
I'm just waiting for
Sean,
him to
I got a bye week.
He ain't respond back.
Oh, he gonna respond back. Don't worry about it.
But I'm just saying. I mean, you think that? I mean, Memphis is. Some people got Memphis projected into their 12-team playoffs. Sean said he got Vimo. Go about it. He said he got all the stuff for you. Whatever you want to bring is what you want to bring. But I mean, we talked about that. But I mean, there's a couple of good games.
Well, night too. My nephew on here. My nephew Quan on here. He a big Auburn fan. He ain't say that about Auburn or about the Cal course. Auburn and Cal course. He ain't say what he was gonna do. What he thought. I'm sure he'll put it in here in a minute.
My thing is the quarterback that we faced we faced one quarterback. And then in the second half, they switched to the black guy, Sam Jackson. And now they starting that guy who's 6'5", but the whole thing runs through Jaden Ott. He's basically like an All-American running back. The guy, he's incredible. He's a really good running back. But we got your starting quarterback, Cal, from last year in our receiver rotation. So he caught a touchdown pass last week.
Hey. But did you see running back from Boise? Did you see that running back from Boise State?
No, I have not seen that. Vontae, who you talking about? You talking about Florida State, bro?
Oh yeah, he clearly.
He said I have no confidence right now,
and he should. And I have zero confidence. Vontae, I have zero confidence, bro. Like. Look, if Memphis come in there 4-0, 3-0, we're probably gonna lose. And they playing against Norvell, the old coach. You already know.
Our boy Jared up in the building. What's up, fellas? My eyes are focused on my ring. We understand first night of NFL. We kind of figured that when we knew we were doing this. That's why we'll probably be back more this weekend.
Jared, you can finish watching us.
What's the scope? I got on in front of me, but I can't see it.
I just 13-10. I mean, but Mahomes got the ball. He doing his thing. He just completed a pass down the middle of the field for about.
Hey man, you can't be killing folks. You can't be killing folks' vibe in week 1. Okay.
They killed my vibe in week 1. They sent my team 20 hours away to get jumped on.
That's different. Y'all volunteered to go 20 hours away.
Hey man, that's what happened when you want that paycheck.
They ain't got.
I know we had on dog jerseys, so that means that should have been a home game.
Well, look. I know. Look, we've been on a little bit over an hour. It happens so quick because we don't come on here enough. That's the problem. But we will be back this weekend for something. Might be an after dark. I feel like being unfiltered because people start. I got some other things I need to say, but I need to say it in an after dark moment, not in a prime time moment. I need to have the after dark symbol up there to say some things I need to say. So you can do it like that. But what else y'all got, fellas? Oh, look who done stopped in the building.
Well, Quintel.
He done stopped in the building.
Quintel, what up, man?
He done stopped in the building. And also, we got a couple of things that's coming hopefully next week. You just never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen with us. I'll just leave it like that. And if there's anything, I'm be honest now, anything that y'all want to see from us, anything y'all want to see from us, you can always drop it here in the chat, drop it on Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. Okay. Y'all can just get over it. Email or comment on anything that we post. We post a lot more on Facebook, and we do post, of course, on Instagram and Twitter and even TikTok, all the places. Anytime y'all want to see something from us, y'all just let us know.
Oh, also too, go to Facebook. Make sure you share the Facebook page because a lot of y'all are following us on Facebook, and also make sure everybody subscribe to us.
Please subscribe because the more that y'all subscribe, the more stuff that we can do. That's just bottom line.
Yep.
What did he say? He said FSU play call to get their first win in week 4. Week 4.
He said FSU play. Is it Cal? Do we play Cal?
Oh, I think y'all do play Cal. Y'all do play Cal. I read that wrong. I read Cal. Y'all do play Cal.
Okay, yeah.
I think it is after that. But I don't know if y'all go there or if y'all come here. Cal ACC opponent now, so
they are, aren't they?
They're ACC opponent, yes. That's why y'all playing Cal.
I don't know. So do we change?
Dave has zero confidence right now. It's almost like he don't even want to think about it this weekend.
Because it's bigger than the quarterback. Everybody pointing the finger at DJU, but it's so much other stuff that go on that has went on. Bro. If DJU don't have a clean pocket, bro, he can't help him, and we know this.
But the thing that killing me is not so much with DJU. It's just that when he is on target, they drop the ball. And and like you said, and we said it before, there's no real separation on the outside. Like nobody's really getting open. I mean, even when he schemed to get open, people are the tight end stuff, they getting open, but a lot of people dropping balls. They might not be some of them be really good balls that they just be dropping.
And do you know I think our running backs might have ran the ball like all of 7 times combined.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's terrible. I mean, your D line is definitely concerned. We were getting blew off the ball over there in Dublin.
That more had some gaps. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if people line up in the wrong gap. I was like, they got to be lined up wrong because they getting blown off the ball. And this is supposed to be the strength of your defense.
No, bro. I mean, Marvin. Your dad was a dog. I'm just saying.
That didn't do nothing but make Georgia fans rejoice. I'm like, why do y'all rejoice over stuff like that? Yeah. Can I ask him one serious question before we leave? And I'm for real. Why do people? We everybody knows we're in this transfer portal era, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do people rejoice when, let's just say, David left Wisconsin and went to USC, but USC loses their game and you didn't have a great game? Why do people rejoice about this stuff?
Because they always want to be able to point the finger and say you wasn't good enough to make it here.
Or they say the grass is greener. I get it, man, but we not in that era no more. Kids gonna leave. It's gonna happen.
At the end of the day, it is twofold. You have situations where you could just be a log jam at that position,
right?
You also have situations where no, I might not can cut it here.
Might not. It just depends.
Right. So there's a lot go into it.
It is, but fans gonna always see it from whatever team they cheering for. I get that part of it. It's just that you don't know like 100% why kids are leaving now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just like, oh, he put it out there publicly to say he left because of playing time. And you can predict when most of them going to leave, but you don't know what it is. There's a couple people that was in the transfer portal last year. They wasn't big names. They left because academically they couldn't cut it at that school anymore. Right. And instead of them being ineligible, they left and dropped down.
Hey man, one thing too I want to say, big ups to Emory, running back for LSU, man. That hurts. That hurts.
Man, I'm glad you brought that up because that kid has battled through some injuries.
Yeah, he tore the ACL again, bro. And from what I understand, they're not going to grant him another year of eligibility. From what I've been told, they're not going to grant him another year. So basically, it's rehab time. Get yourself ready for the combine. That's kind of where you're at. But man, that hurt because he had a heck of a game. His last game of college, college game was a hell of a game.
We got folks on their ninth year, y'all. Shut up, Renard. Moving on.
Yeah, right. But hey, man,
we'll see how that works out.
And also, too, another thing, too, this is not sports related, but man, prayer for Rich Homie for Quan family.
Yes,
he died today, 34 years old. I'm
sure most of y'all.
I wasn't like a fan that followed, but I did know his music. So we always hate to hear that type of anybody that young. You always hate to hear that they pass away, whether for whatever the reason why they died. We never like to hear that. So prayers to both of them families, man. For real.
Yeah. I want y'all to enjoy. But ditto what Dave was just saying, man, about Rich Homie Quan. But I want to make sure that y'all enjoy the college football weekend starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in. And it seems like we got some really good games early. So you plan on cooking out all day. Don't make the plan. You can make you a 5 breakfast and order in some lunch. And that's gonna be about it.
We put some burgers on the grill, sir.
I cooked 2 days last week.
Well,
outside.
Only thing I need you to do is just turn it on. Just turn it on for me. I'll make it work.
See, now you're getting like Quintel.
Yeah. All I gotta do is just tell Quintel, just go get the meat. He'll go get everything we need. We eat good.
You get everything you need except for the person who's finna cook it.
I watch your recipe closely enough. I think I about got it.
It's just a smash, bro. Ain't that much recipes. But speaking of recipes, shout out to Chef Adrian Terry, man. We got some things that that we're gonna be happy about, but Chef got a lot of great things going on, man. We hope to tell y'all about it soon with everything. So see, this is why. This is why right here. You see it, right?
Yeah, I see it.
And I want to say this, I know, and I waited, and I know I forgot, but I've been hearing everybody saying, oh, it's a week 2, or it's a week 2. Man, we had a great week 1. But shout out to our boy, Mr. Brooks Austin, for saying some things that needed to be said. So if you don't like week 2, just Be quiet. Listen to what Brooks got to say. We at the end of the show. This is what Brooks got to say.
Out here complaining about the slate in week 2 of college football. I want to remind you this right here, right now. We just got out the oasis. We just walked through the desert of depression that is life without football. You hear me right now? All right. So you take those 2 top 25 matchups and you watch them with a damn smile on your face right now. You watch Tennessee Tech take that $500,000, which is a surprisingly low amount of money, to take that beating from the number 1 team in the University of Georgia. Hey, you watch Northern Illinois take Notre Dame down to the line with a smile on your face right now in week 2. You hear me? All right. You enjoy the culmination of the South Florida and Alabama home and home that you never thought you'd ever get. You enjoy that right now. And don't you dare complain out here. At the very least, in week 2 of college football, root for chaos, baby. Root for some chaos if you can at all. It's football season. And I'll tell you right now, I'll watch 87 quarters of Buffalo at Missouri before I'm out here complaining about football. I will watch 99 times over 100. I will watch Rhode Island at Minnesota with a smile on my face. I'll tell you right now. Okay. How dare you? How dare you sit out here and complain about week 2 slate? If you find somebody complaining about the week 2 slate, Terry Tate, office linebacker, that ass on spot on site. On spot on site. You let them know. How dare you? How dare you complain about college football? Welcome in. Throw the pin. We don't need it. It's a loaded show. I got a great one for you.
Thank you, Brooks. Because that was him starting his show, and I 100% agree. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You had a wonderful, great week 1. It's college football. Yeah, we get this is the longest season ever, going to January 20th. But still, when February comes, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And it go by quick, because we'll be saying we in the middle of October. We'll be in the middle of the season. Enjoy the football, man. Enjoy the football. Like I said, we'll be back. We'll be back soon, early this weekend. We appreciate y'all rolling with us, man. We know it's been a little bit hectic and things have been a little bit different. But just continue to roll with us, man, and you're going to see some more great stuff from us. I promise that. I promise that. So if y'all don't have anything else, man, we about to be up out of here. Y'all can go finish watching this Chiefs-Raven game. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know a lot of people, that's what they're sitting doing right now. So I really appreciate that, man. And we will be back hopefully soon. If there's sometime y'all want to see come up earlier, let us know, man. Y'all know we easy accessible. Y'all got the ads right here. We got the ads for Twitter right here. And whatever you need. I'm not saying that. Okay. You look, you see that bird right there?
I see it, man.
You see the bird?
Renard, you got to change it.
Oh, I don't.
You got to change it.
I ain't studying Elon. He got other things he ain't worry about. They call it Twitter on the radio. I call it Twitter over here. Anyway, on X, how's that day?
I like Twitter, brother. Go ahead. We gonna rebel. We rebelling that day. I'm with you. I'm on the ship. No Twitter.
He'll be taking away my blue check marker anyway. That's just what he do. Anyway,
you got blue check mark?
Yeah, I banned a blue check mark.
Oh, yeah? Okay, we'll talk at the show.
Yeah. Well, you know that. Anyway, man, look, we about this thing, man. We appreciate y'all. Like I said, anytime y'all want to hit us up, y'all know where to find us on all the socials. Nothing else. Enjoy the college football weekend, and y'all will see us sometime this weekend, man. And make sure y'all hit us up. But nothing else, we about this thing. Peace.